Okay, we made it to September 2022.
Oh, it is September. You can finally start saying it for the next 30 days.
It's a zesty September.
Oh, spicy September.
How are you?
Meh. I just woke up and I had a really odd dream. So,
What was it about?
everything
I'm
was
the
on
only person on
fire.
the planet who asks what people's dreams are about.
It really was that everything was on fire. I think
Oh,
it was supposed to be a dream where like I was at a place that had a fireplace. But then I think part of my logic started kicking in. It was like, I don't have a fireplace. And then that shifted the dream into, oh yeah, the whole apartment's on fire.
that's when you
And
got to
then
start lucid dreaming where you go, wait, I don't have a fireplace. Oh my gosh, I'm in a
I
dream.
I always have the first thought where like logic doesn't make sense. I can't go
It's,
from that
I
doesn't make
know, you
sense
have to
to lucid
train.
dreaming.
I know, you have to train yourself by
I
doing this
always
thing.
Yeah. I always just go from that doesn't make sense to my brain shifting the dream so that it is
Yeah,
a sensical
I
situation.
think that's normal. Yeah.
So anyway, I just had a dream for like an hour that the whole place was on fire. But also I was about to take a shower, so I was naked and I was like, ugh, I can't even find clothes because everything's on fire. So it was like
I just need to take a shower, but everything's filled with smoke.
I can't even leave my apartment without clothes. So now what do I do? It was just like one of those situations. So my head's a little discombobulated right now. But that's it. How are you?
Well, I'm great. I'm glad you're here. I finally got my Remicade that I've been waiting for
Yeah, it's
weeks.
fresh in your system right now.
Oh yeah, I don't feel great, but that's okay. And also, the nurse who stuck me really struggled, and at one point she went while she put the needle into my arm, and
Why?
I literally couldn't look because I just, me and my needles. And so I was just like focusing on like counting my breaths. And then I looked over and there was just blood everywhere, everywhere. And she was like, oh man, I thought I had it. So I used the big needle. And I was like, I would have told you not to do that. She's like, I had it and then it rolled. Oh my God. It like I was gonna throw up. And so now
I
my
feel like
arm.
that's why you asked me how my day was going first because
No, it wasn't even because I was gonna tell you how I found this Princess Diana Beanie Baby that's probably fraudulent. And then when I just thought about it, I was like, I guess I had other things happen today too. Like I spurted blood all over somebody.
I
But
was about to
anyway,
ask too. I was going to say, how do you feel bad right now? Didn't you just get Remicade, so you should feel like tip top?
well, it
But I
also makes
guess
me all ouchy for like a day or two after. Like it makes
how? Like
because
what
it's
part
like
of you
a
hurts?
my joints get really
Oh.
achy and also
Mm.
because it's like a biologic, it's like meant also for rheumatoid arthritis, so I don't know what it does, but it makes my joints hurt. And then it also kind of, if I'm late on it, my Crohn's is like, wow, you're fighting me. And then
Oy. Well, if we're complaining about things, my back is fucking killing me today. So,
I'm sorry, maybe it's
uh,
because you dreamt you were on fire.
no, it's because I fell asleep on the couch and I'm at an age now where I can't do that, I guess.
No, you got to be more careful.
I like naps on the couch, but I don't like full sleeps on the couch. And I had a full sleep on the couch.
Oh
And
no.
so then for the last hour of me being able to sleep before we recorded, I tried to go to like the bed just to see if my back would stretch out. And it didn't. It wasn't enough time.
Blaze
So
just went to a bachelor party and he was like, they like had gotten some Airbnb in Michigan and he was like, "Oh my God, we're in our 30s. We're too old to be like," because they didn't have enough beds or sofas, so people had to sleep on the floor. And everyone's like in their 30s and they're like, "We're too old to be sleeping on the floor," so they had to go buy an air mattress.
I gotta say, I back when I had my superhero party and I demanded a bunch of like
Oh
late
yeah.
20 somethings have sleepovers, not a single person complained, which was so lovely. But also, I'm sure they weren't feeling good the next day. But I did get everyone air mattresses for the record,
Oh,
so
that's
maybe that
that
helped.
helps. Yeah, I think sleeping directly on the floor is rough.
But yeah. Anyway, if everyone's back hurts, everything's on fire, you're squirting blood everywhere. Good day. It's as I said, a spicy September.
It's a
So
zesty September. Stop trying to take zesty and change it to spicy.
I like spicy better. You could have
No,
zest.
no.
Zest and spice go well together.
Spice, no.
I'm
Zesty.
I'm the spice of the show, and you're the zest. No, okay, it's your job to do
I
the
told you
Z's.
you would burn it to the ground, and here we are.
Okay, how about this? We've got stories to read.
Oh man, I was really doing something with my zesty September, and then Em had to go muck it up. I'm gonna go first because you keep saying good
Okay.
words.
Eva warned us that these stories are really zesty.
Yeah, well, I had requested spooky scandals, and I guess people delivered. So I'm very excited. Thank you, everybody, for actually, I say actually listening to me, but you listen to me literally every month because you always do what I say. So thank you for once again listening to me and sending in some spooky scandals. Does that work for you, Em? Is that better?
Yeah, that makes me feel safe.
Okay, good. Stop. Everyone's going to quit the show. Okay, this is from Taylor, she, her, and the title is Spooky Scandal, How I Found Out About My Brother. Oh boy.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
boy.
Okay. Usually like a paternity test will do, or like looking to your
Maybe
left.
it is. Looking to your left.
I feel like that's what you do
Everyone
with
be
Zandy
careful.
every now and then.
I'm like, oh yeah.
There you are. Okay, let's hear.
Hi, Christine M. Lemon, fur and human babies. My name is Taylor, she, her, and I have a scandal for you. When I was in high school, my mom would have a psychic party every winter where she would invite her aunts and her friends, drink wine. My mom would drink beer and get psychic readings from our favorite psychic. Wait, okay.
It sounds like a good time.
Why
Sounds
am I
like
31? I've never done this before or been invited to one.
I feel like it's about time you get invited to one. I think that'll happen just on
Who's
its
going to
own.
invite me to one? I'm just now my feelings are hurt. that I
There's a
haven't been
psychic out there
invited.
whose little senses are tingling who knows you want to be invited. So
I sure hope so. So apparently the psychic's name is Jeannie. And then
Jeannie, are you listening? Hello?
Jeannie.
Are you listening through the ether? We want to be
And-
invited.
And then Taylor says, how cute. One year I was getting read by Jeannie, and she told me that when I'm 30, okay, so now to clarify, Taylor is currently 25, but was 14 while being read. So Jeannie says, when you're 30, Taylor, you will meet your brother. Taylor says, I was so confused and my mom's jaw dropped. She had to tell me in front of everyone that my dad had a baby when he was 17 and he and his girlfriend at the time gave him up for adoption. I
Holy
was
shit.
so excited knowing I had a brother, my sister, not so much. We ended up finding him years later, but he didn't want to meet us yet. And my dad didn't want any part of it. I'm excited to know that in 5 years, I may meet my brother. I'm sorry this is so long, but this was a perfect subject for me. I've been listening to since 2019 and I saw your Boston show in March and absolutely loved it. Can't wait for your next tour and hope I'm able to meet you soon. Keep it spooky. Taylor.
That's so what a fun thing to look forward to.
I know. I like that like reassurance because that first time you try to meet and they're like, no, thank you. And of course, that probably makes your heart hurt. But then you're like, hey, there's still hope that, the psychic was right again. And
Yeah.
the reunion will happen.
And if like 31 hits and you don't hear from him, maybe your mom has another secret and you were born at a different time.
And maybe another brother or something,
Yeah.
Oh,
Or
yeah, you're
maybe,
not
like,
30.
You're
Yeah,
not
you're
30 yet.
Yeah. Just wait like one more week.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Well, that's fun.
That is fun. What a fun little
Wow.
surprise. But also your mom probably had a heart attack.
I wonder if Jeannie knew she was about to like throw a fucking A-bomb into the family there.
I wonder how many glasses of wine had been had when Jeannie was like, fuck it. I'm just going to say it.
I wonder if Jeannie was like, to announce this means that she doesn't know that she has a brother. So like,
Yeah. You think there would have been that thought process behind it, but
Jeannie can read the future, but not the room. So got it.
Wow, that's good.
Jeannie, if you're listening, that can be your tagline.
I forgive you for all your stupid forcing Z's into things.
Thank you. See, I don't even care when you get mad because I know I'll bounce back. Okay,
like
so
very quickly.
So this is Frankie, who uses she, her pronouns. Thank you for normalizing pronouns. And the subject line is a Caribbean. Do you say Caribbean or Caribbean? Caribbean.
I say Caribbean.
Okay.
And then sometimes when I'm feeling spicy, I say Caribbean.
Oh, see, now all of a sudden someone's using spicy. Okay. A Caribbean spooky scandal with a dash of true crime.
Mm.
So Frankie says, Hey, let's crack into this one. I never had the chance to meet my maternal grandmother. Is everyone just meeting people?
Oh my God. Am I going to meet somebody too? Are we
Maybe,
all related to somebody?
maybe the last story that we read, Eva found, is someone who's a psychic. Maybe Jeannie
Our,
wrote in who said, "You're about
oh,
to meet someone real cool."
I thought it was going to be our long lost cousin or something.
No, it might be. We might find out we are long lost cousins.
That would be a twist.
Okay, let's crack into this one. I've never had the chance to meet my maternal grandmother, Altagracia. What a name!
What? That's one
Altagracia.
word?
Yeah, Altagracia.
Whoa.
But my mom has always told me stories about her growing up. Altagracia has a brother who was, dare I say, the pillar of the community. They stayed in a small town in the Dominican Republic, and he was very active in the community events and popular and loved by all, and was known to be among the wealthiest in the community. Okay, Altagracia's brother.
Mm-hmm.
He eventually got married and was seemingly living the perfect life until he was murdered.
Oh no, I thought he was going to be the villain of this story.
The villain was his wife and her lover.
Oh no.
It was, of course, for the money, but his wife and her lover didn't hide their involvement too well and were caught shortly after the murder. Aha, so you got to plan these things.
Oh yeah.
Everyone was understandably devastated because, again, pillar of the community.
Mm.
And Altagracia, my grandmother, was known for being able to commune with spirits, and it didn't take too long for her brother to come in one of her dreams. I like that when he died, he was like, well, I know exactly who's on speed dial.
Yeah, he's like, thank God I've got connections, you know?
Yeah, I'm going to run to Jeannie, but you can run to Altagracia. In her dream, he confessed that he had a secret child on the other side of the island that nobody in the family knew about. And he would send money to help support his daughter. And now that he was dead, he was worried about her. He then told Altagracia how to find her and asked if she would come to the mom and his daughter into the family. If she would she would welcome the mom and his daughter into the family.
Oh my God, what?
Shut up, that's so cool. The next day, Altagracia followed his instructions and found them. She explained what happened to her brother and brought them back with her. She asked that they do a DNA test just to be sure, and the child was in fact her brother's daughter. Okay, so like this is, if you're a skeptic, this is how you know, like,
yeah, like
ghosts are
I'll
fucking
do a
real.
DNA test. Yeah.
Yeah, ghosts are real officially. This is thank you to Altagracia's dreams. They were, of course, welcomed into the family. I even had the chance to meet the mystery daughter whenever my mom and I visited the DR together several years ago. She was too young at the time to remember anything, but it was still cool to have met her because it sort of felt like a link to my grandmother. My favorite stories about my grandmother involved the paranormal. I was so excited whenever this theme was requested. Thank you, Christine, to have the opportunity to share one of my family's stories. I'm sad that I never had the chance to meet my grandmother, but I believe that her abilities have passed a little to my mom and to me, which connects us all to each other. For all my life, my mom and I have had a strange shared wavelength with each other. For example, last month, my mom was back in the DR visiting family, and I was in Tennessee, where I currently live. I had just received bad news and was crying my eyes out when my mom called me. She said she felt something was wrong with me. Throughout my entire life, my mom has always called when I have needed her, and I have called her when she needed me. We have had other spooky experiences together, and the spookiest at the Waverly Hills Sanatorium in Louisville. But that's for another day. Thank you guys for your wonderful podcast. It never fails to bring joy and laughter to my life, and it is always my go-to for road trips. In fact, your new atlas, a Haunted Road Atlas, you can get it in stores, has inspired a road trip my husband and I will be taking on Labor Day weekend. Can't wait to see you all in Nashville in November.
Okay,
Much
think
love.
about how meta this is. Oh, sorry. You can.
Much love to both of you and all the And That's Why I Drink family.
Thank you so much, Frankie. Okay, here's the thing. Think about how meta this is, because this comes out right before Labor Day. So Frankie and was it her husband?
Yeah.
Her husband can listen to this on their road trip. I mean, how fun is that?
Frankie, if you're listening, I hope you're having a great time on this road trip.
Be careful. Watch the road.
Watch the road with your eyes, but listen to us with your ears.
And also, I just love that story. I hear so many stories of like people's maternal grandparents.
I know. Why is it always maternal?
I don't know, but it seems to happen that way. Like,
I guess if if you want to get into the patriarchy, I'm sure that the men are taught to not like be vulnerable and access their emotions
Well,
and their feelings.
I guess I would say, but my family who has this kind of gift is on my dad's side. So I guess that would be my
Oh.
paternal, but it is my grandmother. So it's not
Maybe it's just
my paternal
people
grandmother.
that are allowed to access their feelings on either side.
It's just interesting how that's like almost genetic sometimes.
Yes, I would argue that it is genetic for sure,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
But we know nothing. So good luck.
Anyway, thank you, Frankie.
Let's see what we've got here. This is from Anonymous, and it's called September Spooky Scandals with some dark themes. So these are your warnings, folks, because I don't know what it says. Okay, let's crack into it. It says, "Hi, lemons."
Oh God, yeah, that is pretty dark.
That's pretty zesty.
Deep cut.
Pretty dark.
Finally, the word zesty actually had a meaning in all of this.
I was going to say it fit for once. You asked for some hush-hush family stories in the August Listener Stories episode, so I thought I would tell my dark family secret. Now, this is the shit I am here
This is
for.
how I wish every conversation in my life started.
I know, it is. It's literally M's dream.
I'm ready to tell you my dark family secret. Yes!
Finally, it's about time. My great-grandmother passed away a few years ago, and at her funeral, one of my great-grandmother's family members, who is not directly related to me in any way, so I have no idea what to call them, mentioned my great-grandmother's sister. I had no idea that she had a sister, as she had never mentioned her, even when she lived with us for about 5 years. I started asking questions about it and learned the unpleasant history of my family. The story from the police is that Mary, my great-grandmother's sister, had a headache in the middle of the night when she was 16. She went down to the kitchen for some aspirin, didn't turn on any lights, and instead accidentally consumed enough rat poison to kill her.
Holy shit.
Oh my God.
Wow, you're right. Dark.
It gets darker. Already suspicious, but police never investigated further. I say accidentally in quotes because the day before she was caught kissing a female classmate.
Mary. Oh, no.
Knowing how racist and homophobic my great-grandmother was, my whole family is suspicious that something else went on that night.
Oh, no.
I thought this story was important to share regardless of whether you read it on the podcast. Wow.
Mary.
Oh, God.
Oh, my
that got
God.
darker than I expected.
Oh, my God. That's so bad. Okay. Is there more? I'm so glad you're the one reading this and not me.
Good thing I chose to go first. This one, that was the end of it.
Oh, it's great. Okay. Whoa.
Here, I could make one up.
Okay.
Thank you so much for making such an illuminating podcast.
Okay.
I'm Team Milkshake, and I love M so much. The end.
Jeez, that was just so. Thank you for that. That was so. Wow. So did
That was
they?
a doozy. So I guess it's just they'll never know. It's a rumor. It's a theory, but they'll never,
It's-
I guess,
yeah.
have proof.
Oh, that's so sad.
That's tough.
Wow, rat poison. Yeah, I feel like there could be something there too. I feel like if the rat poison is sitting next to the aspirin, that's either very on purpose or people know to turn on the lights. You know.
Yeah. It seems like kind of a convenient story. She, in the middle of the night, she just happened to eat rat poison. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Very
Oy.
sad.
Do you ever deal with rats at your place? I've never asked.
No.
Just because it's such an older building, I didn't know.
Knock on wood. No, we don't even have knock on wood bugs really, except for when you're here and that one green thing came inside.
That was a nightmare. Truly.
I've seen one spider since I've lived here, which I feel really lucky about because it's such an old house.
That's nice.
Yeah.
We have a spider in our room that refuses to die, but he also refuses to get near us, so I guess he's fine.
Yeah, that's his house now, just like Deb the Web.
I actually
And
just found
Skylar.
a picture of Skylar on my phone. I'll have to send to you.
I did too.
What? That's so fun.
Yesterday.
Literally yesterday.
I was going through my phone for some reason and I saw this picture. I was like, what is that dusty window? And then I was like, oh my God, that's Skylar and Deb the Web.
What in the world was
That's
going
weird.
on?
Why didn't
That's-
I like that neither of us sent it. I was
I
like, I
was-
gotta send that to M, and then I never did.
I literally thought, oh, I'll send that to Christine, and then I got distracted.
Weird.
Anyway, apparently he's thinking of us, and his little tendrils were playing games in the cosmos.
I miss Skylar.
Okay, well, you think of Skylar while I tell this story.
Okay.
This is from Jennifer, who uses she, her pronouns. Thank you for normalizing pronouns. And the subject is spooky family scandal. Wow. What? Why didn't we just make this the original theme all those years ago?
I'm telling you, I'm onto something 3 years into this show. Or wait, how many years? 5?
Like almost 6.
I thought it was 3. Whatever.
We still feel young. We have fun. We have fun.
You keep me young, folks.
Do you remember that time that some article called us an oldie but a goodie and I nearly fell over?
Oh, we almost expired. We were like, are you kidding me?
I think that gave me a real like
Jolt.
tumultuous. Yeah, it really hit me. Like it was.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit. So like we're not relevant. Okay.
Like a sock in the gut.
It hurt. Yeah, it hurt.
Not
really
fresh.
bad.
Not fresh and young anymore.
I was like, I still think we're fun, but then I guess that's what my mom says about.
I guess that's what old people say.
I still feel like I'm new and fun and like
Well,
the
what do
eyes are
young
on
people
me.
say? We can say that. Young people say,
They say oldie but a goodie.
they say, they say bussin'.
Okay, we are old because that did not sound natural.
I'm trying so hard.
You mean buzzes in? No.
Buzzin'.
Okay, here's the spooky family scandal from Jennifer, who also mentioned that she's from New York City. So I guess we've got some New York
Ooh
pride
la
in the house.
la.
All right. Greetings, and that's why we drink family. I am a high school art teacher and started listening to you a few years ago when a student suggested your podcast. I love when teachers take student suggestions.
Is
And
that's amazing.
also oldie but a goodie, but students listen to us?
Also, honestly, I'm more impressed when teachers listen to us because if I had known in high school that one of my teachers would one day listen, do you know what I mean? Like the dynamic is so weird. Like I was always so intimidated by my teachers, and I'm like, and now people's teachers listen to this show. That's so weird.
I also wonder, like, I feel like if I were a teacher, I would not take a recommendation a student gave me unless I really
It depends
liked
on
that
the student. Yeah, maybe they're a really great artist or
Do
something.
you know how many times I was in a classroom when like a student would be like, "Hey, Mr. Walmsley, you got to go YouTube this show. It's called Two Girls, One Cup." And it's like, you know, like
Oh God!
so
Yeah,
I would feel like if a student ever recommended anything, I'd be like, "This is a sick joke. It
Danger. Danger
has to be a
zone.
sick joke."
they're mocking me. Maybe
Anyway.
maybe Jennifer's just like a cool teacher. You know,
Maybe, or maybe it was like the teacher's pet who she like really trusted.
that's true.
I don't know. I'm so glad you have a great dynamic. I would be
I love
scared.
that.
I would be scared, but I'm glad Jen doesn't have the fear. Okay. Here we go with what you're. Thank you also to the student who suggested us. It's very sweet. Keeps me young. Keeps me young.
Keeps me young.
Jen says, I've been listening ever since, and I have a family story I'd like to share. My family side of the story is from a German colony.
My
and-
family's side of the story.
Sorry, my father's side of the family. Thank you.
Oh,
My father's side of the family is from a German colony in what is now Slovenia. My grandmother, or Oma, was born in 1919, and her father was killed that same year. And his name was, it looks like Lois with an A in front of it. Alois?
I know that Aloysius, but that's not the same, so I don't know.
I'm going to say Alois and just hope that I'm
Alois?
right.
I don't know.
His name was Alois, and he used to organize hunting trips in nearby Austria for wealthy hunters. On his last trip, he was shot in the leg. Whoa. The rest of the party could hear his cries for help, but were unable to find him in the thick forest. Oh, God.
No.
Soon night fell, and they had to call off the search.
Oh no, this is a horror show.
That's a true horror. If all my friends were wealthy poachers, I guess. But
If all my friends went hunting with me and shot me in the leg and then
well, I can't imagine hearing the screams of someone you know and just walking away.
I know, but like what else can you do if it's nighttime in 1919, you know?
I know, but it's still I can't imagine.
That's scary.
Okay. Soon night fell and they had to call off the search. They resumed the search the next morning and found his body. And he had tried to tourniquet himself but bled out.
Oh no.
They found a bouquet of lilies of the valley that he picked to bring home to his family next to him.
Okay.
What was not found on him, however, was his watch.
Huh?
There was another hunter from the same village who apparently was known for being jealous of my great-grandfather.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, because who shot him in the leg? We still don't know.
Oh, wait, great point.
He was found with my great-grandfather's watch, but could not explain why he had it later.
Well, he should have come up with at least an excuse. He had plenty of time.
My great-grandmother was convinced that this man killed my great-grandfather and made it look like an accident, but the punishment for a false accusation was very high and she could not prove it was him. Sometime later, my great-grandfather's suspected killer was up on a ladder inspecting his roof or something like that when he suddenly started screaming, "I'm sorry, Alois. It wasn't me. I'm sorry," and fell off the ladder and broke his neck.
What? I'm sorry.
Everyone in the village believed the ghost of my great-grandfather came back and got his revenge on his killer.
Literally just had to wait for him to climb a ladder.
I like how a ghost is waiting for any random moment. He's like, okay,
Just
now he's
the
climbing,
right
he's
time.
climbing.
They're like walking down the street and it's like, is there a piano nearby? I can just cut the rope, drop it, anything like
Is there a
Acme style.
Wile E. Coyote
Yeah.
somewhere with an Acme bomb?
Maybe a cliff.
That's so. Now I just have another fear of ladders because now I'm
mean,
just like,
honestly.
all the ghosts are watching me, and if anyone's pissed, this is their time.
Well, I guess just don't kill anyone and steal their watch, then you should be okay.
I wonder if that means this killer saw him in person or just kind of knew it was him.
That's a great point. I feel like he must have seen him if he was like, it wasn't me, I swear.
I don't know.
I don't know. That's a great question. That's a wild tale.
Good story, Jennifer.
This story comes from Rubs, they, he, she. Love it. And the subject is family scandal or government conspiracy theory. Now, I am excited for this one. Okay.
Named Rubs, by the way.
Rubs. Yeah, Rubbs.
Fucking cool name.
I know. It says, "Hi, y'all. I've been listening almost constantly for a couple months since I work an almost 50-hour-a-week job, and I just
Oy.
listened to the first 2021 Listener Stories episode, so I'm almost caught up." Well, I guess you only have 12 more of those, right? Oh, wait.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, if we're going with just listener stories, yeah.
that's not math, though, because the first of 2021, and now we're way past halfway through 2022, so I don't know the math. 18 more? You'll get there.
Something like that.
After that, though, I was compelled to listen to the most recent episode, which was the August Listener Stories, where I heard your theme of spooky family scandals. While this isn't necessarily a family scandal, it is a government conspiracy involving my great-grandpa, hence my nickname and not my real name, just in case. I love that. Also covered all the pronoun basics or pronoun,
I love a
gamut.
triple pronoun, maybe an infinite pronoun situation.
You never know who it could be,
Yep.
Keep it mysterious. So then they say, so let's knuckle and buckle and crack into it. The person who told me about this was my grandpa, his son. My grandpa was born and raised in Hawaii, which is important for the story. This takes place before Hawaii was a state, and at the time, my great-grandpa was going to be the governor of Hawaii once it was named a state.
I feel like that may have let the cat out of the bag.
Your anonymity. I was like, I feel like that's a limited number of people.
I have every pronoun on earth, but my grandfather was almost the governor of Hawaii.
In this very specific time frame.
Yeah.
Oh, Lordy. Okay. This meant that he was present at a lot of events with political figures, and he maybe even knew the president at the time. I was told he was a popular choice since he was planning to implement ways to make oil less expensive to the locals. This, however, made him very unpopular to high-up officials with a lot of money who had a hand in the oil industry. Mm-hmm. At one event, he apparently had a heart attack and dropped dead without warning. Now, this wouldn't be too inconspicuous for his family since there is a history of heart issues, but the weird part is the FBI agents promptly took his body and cremated it before even contacting the family.
Yeah.
That's not good. That's not good. Mm-mm. According to my grandpa, this is very strange and insulting since in Hawaii, it's common to view and mourn the person before cremation or burial. I mean, yeah, absolutely. So, too long didn't read. My great grandpa was probably assassinated by the US government to protect overpriced oil. Thank you for giving me this place to share my grandpa's story. He passed away this past January of old age, and I've been trying to tell more of them since he experienced so much in his life. This includes seeing the Japanese planes fly over his house on the way to bomb Pearl Harbor, a Japanese sub that was beached and quickly blocked off by the government shortly beforehand, as well as working for the Manhattan Project. Love y'all lots, and I will be writing in some of my many paranormal stories at a later date to really embrace the spookiness. Cheers. Whoa!
What a potential true crime.
Whoa! What
Wow.
a conspiracy theory indeed.
I thank you for that, Rubs. And also, I think we've got another conspiracy theory situation for our final story.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I think you're going to like this one.
Ooh, okay.
Also anonymous. Could be Rubs. We don't know.
Honestly, how mysterious that we've had. I love that we request scandals. We've had 3 now anonymous folks write in. Or at least 2 anonymous, 1 like semi-anonymous.
I'm in. Yeah, well. Okay, so this one is super anonymous because the name is Remaining Nameless.
Whoa.
But who uses he, him pronouns?
Okay, that narrows it down.
That's like at least a third
Like
or a half of
40%?
the
Yeah.
group, something like that. And the name is An Alien Cover-Up for Scandalous September.
Now, this is what I'm talking about.
How did we not think to name September Scandalous? We kept doing this zesty bit.
I said scandal. We literally called it.
Did we?
Yes. Okay. Just don't even worry about
Guess
it.
where my brain was. Not in the room. Okay. This is... Can you hear that, by the way?
I don't think so.
Okay, good. I don't know what's happening, but it sounds like the old neighbors came back.
Uh-oh. I have
And
a candle burning, so I hear like the kind of crackling sound, but I don't hear anything from your end.
Fun.
I thank you.
It might just be careful with fire. Maybe my dream was a premonition.
Oh,
you know?
God.
Keep your clothes on. Look around.
Uh-oh.
You don't know
Where
what's
are
coming.
my pants?
Okay. Here we go. Remaining Nameless calls this an alien cover-up for Scandalous September. Hey crew, probably mostly Eva, yes, but a special sup to Geo.
Oh my gosh. I guarantee you he heard that somewhere in the house.
His little a little chill went down his
His little
spine.
ear went up, you know.
Oh. Okay. In your August listeners episode, when y'all announced you were asking for scandals and hush hush stories, ooh, I like that. I paused listening because I knew I had to submit the story about a potential alien cover.
Okay.
I love when people pause our episodes to immediately fulfill their request.
Contact us. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, to do what we say. Yes.
Yeah. They're like, if I don't do it now, I never will. So
Yeah.
time to do my homework. Like 8 years ago, I had gotten hired at a new job working for a major airline based in the US. I was in the middle of the 2-week training for this job when one day our instructor came into the training about 20 minutes late and he looked really shaken up. He and his girlfriend both worked for this airline, him as an instructor for new employees and his girlfriend as a flight attendant. So before the training started, he was talking about how his girlfriend's flight from that morning had been abruptly canceled, and we aren't talking about foul weather or mechanical malfunctions. That morning, all the while getting ready to board the flight, all the flight attendants and pilots were taken off the plane and being told that the government needed to commandeer the plane for an emergency. What? If I hadn't seen pictures, I would have thought it was fake, and the government has plenty of their own planes. Why would they need to take one from a commercial airline?
From like Southwest Airlines or whatever.
Right.
I'm just
You know,
picturing.
even the government though was like, call anyone but Spirit. Like they're like, if it's not one of the big 3, we don't
I'm gonna
even
be
want
so
it.
sad if that is what ruins the anonymity, because Remaining Nameless writes in like, "Hey, I work for Spirit and they did
Right.
want our airplane.
It's the CEO of Spirit being like, wait a minute.
Hold on."
If I hadn't seen the pictures, I would have thought it was fake. The government has plenty of their own planes. But then our instructor passed around his phone showing some pictures his girlfriend had secretly taken from her pocket.
That's
now
the stuff.
Now the government knows that a flight attendant on that plane took pictures on her phone.
Well, it doesn't say flight attendant. It just says they were employees, right? Or did it say they were flight attendants?
Maybe. I don't remember anymore.
Okay.
These pictures showed a weird mechanical pod, a clear bubble thing,
What?
being loaded onto the commercial airplane. A
my
weird
God.
clear bubble mechanical pod. That sounds exactly like what Xenon sits in. I'm not kidding. That's a weird mechanical clear bubble
Yeah,
pod.
she fucking crashed. Spilled her frappuccino and crashed into an airstrip.
If they found a spilled mocha frap in there, we're done. We're done for.
Extra whip.
Oh my God. Surrounding the bubble were a few people in lab coats and
No.
then some folks in military uniforms.
That just gave me goose cam, I gotta say.
The inside of the bubble, something with some wires and tubes leading in and out of them that you could barely even see.
So there was something in it?
There was something in it with many wires and tubes leading in and out of this clear mechanical bubble pod.
Oh, geez. That's
In the
creepy.
middle, if this episode is around for like
I know,
a day and
I'm
then all of a
nervous.
sudden it gets taken down or you never hear from us again, I just want everyone to know that we got found out for telling on the government. And maybe
Honestly,
Spirit Airlines.
Yeah, if on September 2nd, all of a sudden, like, our Instagrams go dark or something, just, like, check on us, okay?
If this becomes the biggest like conspiracy in the world, if we just go fucking missing, I need you to know it was because of this episode. Okay.
Honestly, I need to get the ad revenue from the boost in listens. So, just keep listening. I'll come back.
Oh yeah, if Allison all of a sudden wants the royalties sent into her bank account for this episode,
that's
we'll
when
know
you
what
know.
happened. Okay. In the middle of passing around this phone to show everyone, our instructor got a text from his girlfriend saying that he needed to delete the pictures. So someone was already checking their phones? Is that what that is?
I guess. Or yeah, I guess. Or maybe, she was like, they know we have photos, delete them. Yeah. Oh, God.
Can you imagine getting an anonymous text from someone as you're showing secret government pictures?
I just love the immediate compulsion to show everybody the proof, which is exactly what I am missing in most of these stories, because usually it's like, nobody saw the photo before it got deleted. And I'm like, thank God this person was like, guys, buckle up. Look what I have before it got erased.
But for her to be showing, it's almost like someone was already looking on the back end of her phone and saw that she had them opened up.
Well, didn't the girlfriend say we have to delete it?
No, in the middle of passing around his phone, one of our instructors got a text from his girlfriend saying that he needed to delete the pictures because his girlfriend had been pulled aside and told she wasn't allowed to talk to anyone about the flight being commanded. Okay, so the girlfriend got pulled aside and she got freaked out by that talk and told him
And
get
said,
rid
like,
of the
they
pictures I
know
sent.
we have photos, right?
Yeah. So with no proof, I say that it's either an alien cover-up or like a failed Captain America super soldier secret or something like that. Sorry if it's too short on details. I shared all I know minus names. Oh my God, that I like how they're like, I'm so sorry my scandal like isn't juicy enough.
Sorry
even though
that
it's
I only talked
absolutely-
about all the wires coming out of the mysterious being in a glass pod on the Spirit
surrounded by
Airways
lab
strip.
coats and military uniforms.
As my Spirit Airways instructor was like, fucking,
Oh my God.
bragging, showing off.
That's fucking crazy.
I also want to point out, we were joking about Spirit and I was joking about Southwest. We have no idea what airline this is, okay? So don't sue us if you work for one of them.
Don't sue us, but also everything we just said is alleged, so please don't kill us either.
Also that. Wow. What
wow.
a tale.
If you are someone who knows someone who works for the government, please keep this episode away from them in case they feel the need that they need to report it to a higher up, I guess. If you're a government, if you don't tell, we don't tell, you know what I mean? So
I just have a lot of plans this winter and I don't necessarily have time to be missing right now.
Yeah.
So
Or be very polite. We do thrive. We do respond well to conflict. So if you just say take the episode down, we will take it down. But people will be
we respond
suspicious.
very we don't respond well to conflict, but we do respond subserviently to conflict. So
we respond well, as in we respond quickly.
We do what you say. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, if you are one of the very few who gets to hear this episode, congratulations, you made it. Thank you for this very super duper alleged story from Remaining Nameless, as well as every other super duper anonymous story
think
from all
this
the
is-
other anonymous people who sent in stories
Yeah,
this
I
month.
think this is the first time we've had half our submissions from anonymous users.
Maybe next time we get crazier and everyone decides to be anonymous.
Send your anonymous stories.
Send your darkest, most dramatic. Doesn't even need to be paranormal at this point. I just want to know the family secrets.
Oh my God. Em just wants to do tea time all over again.
I have thought about just having a podcast where I just do Tea Time Tuesday. And
I mean, it's not a bad idea.
I don't think it's a bad idea. Everyone write in on if you would actually listen to that, because if so, couldn't hurt.
Honestly, You should do that.
Really?
Absolutely.
I have thought about it. I don't know what people would if people would go for it. But until further notice, I'll take Supernatural Scandal any day. So
Okay, we'll take it.
thank you everybody for throwing this together and sending in all your stories and feeling safe enough to tell them to us under anonymous names and also publicly since it's a podcast. But we appreciate you. Thank you. Do you have a request for next month, Christine?
Wow. I just feel like people knocked it out of the park on this one. I don't even know what to request.
You said something recently.
Oh, yeah. I said a lot of things.
Was it truckers?
Oh, yeah. Trucker stories.
You said something because I don't know if that episode comes out yet or not, but I do a story where I discuss truckers.
And
you're
I
like,
said, I wonder if any of our listeners, because I know so many truckers have some really wild tales from, both
Being on the
paranormal and
road.
true crime. Yeah.
yeah.
Eva says, I almost included a trucker story. We do get them. So, okay, let's do
Oh,
that.
hey. All right.
Awesome.
All right. All right.
Thank
well,
you,
it sounds
Eva.
like one slot's already been filled for next month.
Eva's like, thank God, one's already picked.
Okay. Well, if you happen to be a trucker or just on the road, let's just make it a
If you
general on
drive.
the road.
Yeah.
If you catch something on the road or in the sky that's super spooky, if you happen to be the owner of that mechanical bubble pod and you'd like to write in on
And
your
you've
crash
been-
landing,
You were like, it was a Java chip, not a Mocha chip.
it was a high-speed chase and they caught me real quick. Yeah, if you, I guess we'll see how that goes next month. But we'll see. Oh, it's going to be October. It's going to be official spooky season.
Hang on. That is spooky. Should we do a spooky one first? Do we do truckers in
Maybe.
October? I don't know.
Maybe we have truckers start writing in, and we just do like a general Halloween spooky. I don't know. I feel what should be the Halloween one.
That's tough, huh?
Maybe we do like, Maybe we just let people go a little crazy on their own, or maybe we say like something that's happened on a Halloween night, something that's happened. Are we getting too specific?
I
Maybe
don't
just let
know.
people go
I don't know
crazy?
if we're too specific or too vague. I have no idea.
Let's just do Halloween, a general Halloween, and then if we don't get enough of those, then we'll lean into the truckers.
we'll be like Halloween for the first three, and then also I drive a truck
If we get a lot of Halloween ones, though, we'll just make trucker
the
November
next
season.
month. Okay, cool.
Yeah. I'm sorry. You can also just send in your own
You
fucking
can just
stories.
send in whatever you'd like.
we're just
okay?
being obnoxious, and we will read them whether or not they say trucker or not. We're just we're just being obnoxious.
Don't feel like we're leaving you out if you don't drive a truck. Anybody
Right.
can send in a story.
If you have a bicycle and that's it, we still respect
No,
your
that's
story.
actually not allowed. I'm not.
Oh.
No, thank you.
a tricycle.
Oh, okay, maybe tricycle.
That's fine. If
All
we
right.
did tricycle stories, that would be a real slim pickings.
It would just be the kid from The Shining, and that's it.
Okay. Well, if you happen to be Danny, write in.
Happy September.
Happy September and
That's
why
we
drink.